Chief of the Air Staff, former chiefs, senior officers, panelists, serving and retired colleagues, foreign service attaches, the media, distinguished guests, students also from universities, ladies and gentlemen, a very warm welcome to you and good morning. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome all of you to this joint CAPS IMR seminar on unmanned aerial systems and counter-unmanned aerial systems in an era that is now shaping the future of military power, national security, industrial competition and strategic deterrence. The global unmanned systems ecosystem is no longer a niche technological domain. It is now a major geopolitical, military and industrial enterprise. Current estimates indicate that the global military drone market, which was valued at nearly $47 billion in 2025, is expected to reach $100 billion by 2033, adding, to a growth rate of almost 9% annually. What is even more significant is the fact that where actually is this growth occurring? North America currently accounts for about 40% of the military drone market, but Asia is emerging as the fastest growing operational and manufacturing ecosystem. The race is no longer simply about owning drones. It is about industrial scale, artificial intelligence integration, software dominance, autonomy, and resilient supply chains. Today, more than 100 countries possess some form of military drone capability, but only a limited number have mature ecosystems involving design, manufacturing, AI integration, propulsion, sensors, data links, and autonomous mission systems. The United States continues to dominate high-end military drone capability with an estimated inventory of nearly 12,000 military drones, followed by China with about 8,500 and Russia with approximately 5,000. However, one of the most important developments of the last decade has been the rise of middle powers such as Turkey and Iran or Turkey, which have demonstrated how relatively affordable drones can generate disproportionate strategic effects. Turkey's drone ecosystem built around platforms such as the well-known Bayraktar, TB2 and Akimchi have transformed from a domestic requirement into a major export-driven strategic tool. Similarly, Iran has demonstrated how low-cost, attritable systems can influence regional conflicts and impose operational dilemmas on technologically superior adversaries like the United States. An important emerging trend is the shift from remotely piloted systems towards varying levels of autonomy. In fact, while remotely piloted drones still dominate the market today, the fastest growing investments are now in semi-autonomous and fully autonomous systems driven by AI-enabled navigation, machine vision, collaborative swarming, and adaptive targeting. Equally important is the explosion of the counter-UAS ecosystem. Today, the battlefield is witnessing a constant contest between unmanned and counter-unmanned systems, between visibility and concealment, autonomy and disruption, mass and survivability, low-cost attack and high-cost defense. And this contest is evolving at an extraordinary speed. Recent studies estimate that the global counter-UAS market could grow from approximately $6 to $8 billion to nearly $20 billion by 2030, with some projections placing long-term market potential even higher than what has been projected. This growth is being driven by a simple but powerful operational lesson emerging from recent conflicts, because a drone costing a few $100 or $1,000 can compel the expenditure of interceptors costing several $100,000 or even more. Ladies and gentlemen, the challenge before us therefore is not merely the acquisition of technology, but its adaptation. The side that learns fast, innovates and integrates faster, and incorporates the same into doctrinal employment will hold the operational advantage. It is in this context that today's seminar becomes extremely relevant. The first session will focus on the latest trends and industry capability, and this is important because innovation in this field is occurring at extraordinary speed, from autonomy and swarm logic to propulsion systems and miniaturization, AI integration and indigenous manufacturing ecosystems. The next session will deliberate on the operational employment of unmanned systems across domains. Modern conflict is inherently joint and multi-domain. Unmanned systems today are no longer confined to tactical aerial reconnaissance. They are central to shaping battle space awareness, targeting cycles, maritime operations, border management, urban warfare, logistics support, and strategic deterrence. Counter-UAS systems too must therefore be integrated across land, air, maritime, cyber, and the electromagnetic domains. The final session will examine counter-UAS technology in light of emerging threats. As drone threats evolve in scale, accessibility, intelligence, and autonomy, counter systems must evolve even faster. Through layered defense, electronic warfare integration, AI-enabled detection, directed energy solutions, and rapid decision-making frameworks. Ladies and gentlemen, unmanned systems are no longer peripheral technologies. They are central to the future battle space. The future battlefield will likely be increasingly transparent, autonomous, persistent, software-defined, and contested in the electromagnetic spectrum. The implications for military organizations, industry, doctrine, and national preparedness are profound. We are fortunate to have with us a distinguished panel of experts drawn from across the entire spectrum, including the armed forces, industry, academia, and the strategic community at large. Their perspective will undoubtedly enrich our understanding of the opportunities and challenges that lie ahead. On behalf of CAPS and Indian Military Review, I would once again like to welcome you all for this seminar and hope that today's deliberations will generate fresh insights and practical recommendations. I encourage all participants to use this platform not just to share insights, but to challenge assumptions, explore new ideas, and contribute to a deeper understanding of the nuanced use of unmanned aerial systems and counter-unmanned aerial systems technology in the future. Thank you, and Jai Hind.